What the fuck just happened? How's it going, everyone? Nicodex Phoenix here. Today we're going to talk about Superman and Lois, Season 2, Episode 15, the season finale, titled Waiting for Superman. What the fuck just happened? Forget. Forget YouTube not wanting me to curse in the first minute. What the fuck? Anyway, the episode starts with Chrissy giving the speech from the promo about how everyone should just stay at home and and what's the word? Stay with their loved ones and whatnot. Just lock the door. Uh, Unfortunately, that's not exactly possible because guess what? Everyone on both worlds is flickering back and forth between the two worlds. Um, Now, while this is happening, Talro, the man himself, shows up. He shows up to help. Um, Apparently he had decided that he was gonna stay out of things for the most part, um, but always close by, just in case like help is needed, and unfortunately, help is needed. Anyway, so Natalie is trying to get in contact with her dad. She can't, but as soon as they flip to the other side, um, suddenly we can kind of sort of contact John Henry Irons. Um, and so it's like, wait, hold on, he's alive. That's a relief. It's like send the pod. But they can't tell what exactly he's trying to say is. And so, in that confusion, she takes the pod with the AI guiding it into the portal. Um, on her own. Which not the smartest idea, but also not the dumbest idea. She goes, and it turns out old John Henry wanted the pod full of XK to separate the worlds. Now, Talro does go up to stop Allie. Why did I forget her name? Um, and fails. Now, he is saved by Jordan. Jordan's like, "Look, I'm gonna go save him." Boom, and Clark is like, "Save Tal and come back immediately." So Jordan comes in, slams into Allie, sending her flying. Brings Tal back down to Earth. Right as the John Henry and Natalie put all of their XK power into the pod and sends it off to disrupt the fusion. This kind of causes like a final flicker, as it were. It starts to cause a final flicker. Now, obviously they have a conversation. It's like, oh my god, we're fucked. Uh, the world is doomed, and like nobody can stop her. And Clark is like, there is one person who can stop her, me. And everyone's like, are you insane? You have no powers. And so he tells Tal to throw him into the sun. Like this man, we know his mom had said something about possibly dying or whatever. Um, and that's what it means. His only option to beat her is to either absorb massive amounts of solar energy to kickstart his cells and survive, but something like that could kill him, Kryptonian or not. This is by the way a reference to in the comics, in one of the comic universes where uh Superman like lives in the sun for a good many years, and he comes out like a god like being and shit. which is awesome. Now, while this is happening and Superman is absorbing the thing, and Tal is just kind of there hanging out. Um, yeah, Taro is very much like he's like when Clark asks him, he's like, first, if this time last year you were trying to destroy the world, now you're saving it, now you're fighting for it. He's like, I'm not fighting for you. I'm fighting for. Sorry, he's like, I'm not fighting for the planet. I'm fighting for you and your family. You're the only ones I care about, which is definitely an improvement over Engi Talro, who's like, you betrayed me, even though he did nothing of the sort. So hey, we got a redemption arc for Talro. Let's go. Anyway, I skipped over that, so I wanted to mention it. Now, while Superman is absorbing the sun, we got the speech that we were told from Sam that we were told about the Arrowverse connection. Sam says he's witnessed many worlds with many heroes, but this world only has Superman. This confirms where it is in Arrowverse. Unfortunately, not where we thought, because they have disconnected Superman and Lois from Earth Prime, but it is still part of it, right? Obviously, we know it's still part of it because it's the same people as the Arrowverse versions that we saw in Crisis. Um, the wiki hasn't been updated. It still says Earth Prime, which is annoying. Anyway, I was hoping to get the proper designation off of the wiki. It hasn't been updated yet. Anyway, so that burns because that means we have Stargirl on her own Earth, Superman and Lois on its own, on their own Earth, and now we have Earth Prime. That's obviously we also know that Titans and Doom Patrol are on their own separate Earths, somewhere in the multiverse that was shown in Crisis, as well as Smallville and whatnot. But that means that the primary Arrowverse shows are composed of three Earths. Still, even post Crisis. Um, Although it's funny that Supergirl is now Earth Prime with Flash and Arrow, but Superman and Lois, Supergirl's cousin and his wife are off on a different world. Like, wait, what? That's such a weird mesh. They started off on the same world and now they're on separate worlds. Anyway, Superman successfully absorbs the sun and comes and then just rams into Allie as she starts to absorb him. And he's like, take more. And boom, he just palm open straight into the chest, slams into her, and just separates the two of them. He met right as the world's kind of reset. You know, everyone's on their own separate Earths, kind of thing. Like those that are on the Earth, and so John Henry and Natalie fly down as and obviously they when Superman sends the two alleys down, they come in, they keep him separated. He goes in and just flies around both Earths and then just slams into the Bizarro Earth, which is, by the way, now it's not a pure cube. It's now a sphere inside a cube. From when we last saw, because we don't see what it looks like afterwards. He just slams into it, releasing a ton of solar energy, and then flies back to normal Earth. And they have like this parade, Miracle Monday. It's all good. Oh, by the way, Lois reveals to Chrissy that Clark is Superman. Yeah, and she's freaking out. She's honestly freaking out. Now, all is good. Party in the city. Kyle and Lana have a final dance. Because Lana is not over the fact that he cheated. Which, fair for Lana. Fuck you, Kyle. He's gotten a redemption arc. I don't want to really say fuck you, but just like, you cheated on your wife, man. You have a wife and kids and you cheated. Man's had the perfect life. And he fucked it up. Epically so. Uh, Sarah and Jordan finally have that talk that they needed to have about him having powers, being the son of Superman. And Sarah suggests a reset, as it were, where they just kind of start over, right? And I am not the biggest fan of the idea of a reset, but in this case, um, Sarah's a teenager. Teenagers do stupid shit, and it was only a kiss. So I'm all for the reset at this point. Sorry, I'm just like, I'm still in shock over the whole it's separated from Earth Prime thing. That was writers, you fucked up on that one. You fucked up on that one. Like, what should have been like, worst comes to worst, we'll call in your cousin, right? That would have been like, and her friends, right? As in like Supergirl, the Flash, all of the whole, or just the super friends. We got magical super friends, right? Alina Luthor's a witch. That was the funnest. That was actually the most amazing part of Supergirl, outside of Supergirl herself, being in it for me. Is Lena Luthor a Luthor who's a witch? I love that. Anyway, it would have been just it's just so annoying. Anyway, all's well that ends well, right? Um, Now we got two more scenes. Um, John Henry is in the diner, ordering breakfast or whatever the next day, and in comes John Diggle. Wait a minute. I thought that it was. It's like, wait a minute. I thought that this was a different world. Confusion? Is it or isn't it? Now I'm very confused, right? And they're like very half and half about it, by the way, because Diggle says on this planet he introduces Bruno Mannheim, gives him the Argus file, and he's like, on this planet, Bruno Mannheim killed John Henry Irons. I want to know why. Now I'm confused. On this planet, but they also reference Diggle giving them a weapon to kill Superman last year. So they're being very half and half about it. About the Arrowverse connection. It's like, are they on the same Earth or are they on a different Earth? Explain. Because this is very clearly John Diggle immediately after the Flash episode from not this past week, the week before, when he visited Eobard Thawne. Well, Zabard, the shitty talent, the non-good guy one that we know and hate. So now I'm just confused, right? Anyway, Tal-Rho as a apology of sorts, supposedly that's the theory. From Jonathan, buys both kids a truck, like a massive ass truck. Right, this was brand new, all the fixings, because we know the man's rich, right? And Clark is like, this is very misguided and not okay. Anyway, the boys aren't listening, man. They're all for Uncle Tal being, the fun uncle that buys them really expensive shit. And honestly, mood. Not a dig at Superman or Clark or whatever, but like mood. Anyway, uh, Talro goes to visit the Bizarro Earth, and he comes in. He's like, "Greetings, people of Weird Earth. I have come to party with you. Uh, drinks are on me." And he goes to the bartender, and she's like, "I'm surprised you were willing to walk in here after what your wife did." And he's like, "Yeah, what was her name again?" I'm just like, oh, this man wants to find out who his wife on this earth was so they can go and date her on our earth. This man! Let's fucking go, Tauro! Obviously, we know it was Lana Lang. And, honestly, I would have done the same. I'm dead in Tauro's place, finding out on one earth you had a wife and on the other you don't have her. I'd go to the earth where you had that wife and see if I can get someone to tell me her name so that I could go find her on this earth and see if we're still compatible on this earth. I would have done the same, 100%. I'm not gonna lie to you. In his shoes, I would have done the exact same shit. That's just gotta be the funniest shit to ever happen in this show. This man went to another earth to find out who his wife on that earth was so he could date her on his own. I fucking love Talro so much right now. Oh, that was the best part of the entire season, honestly. Just the hilarity of it all. Anyway, we got one more scene, the cliffhanger of the season, where Clark takes the family out on a boat and tosses the Fortress of Solitude Crystal into the ocean, and I'm just like, Aquaman's gonna be pissed. Um, and as the fortress comes up, it took a bit. It took a bit. They were like, wait, did the suit malfunction? Not the suit. Did the crystal malfunction? Is it dead? And then it started to rise from the ocean. Um, it's a bit, it took a bit for it to hit the bottom of the ocean and then come back up. It took a couple seconds, probably a couple minutes actually. And the episode ends there. Now that is the episode. Ooh. I think I spent like 2 minutes laughing at Talro's hilarious shenanigans towards the end. I fucking love it. We got a Talro redemption arc. That's all I asked for. Anyway, tell me what you guys thought of the episode and the season down in the comment section down below. I enjoyed it. Please, just give us the it's Earth Prime, Supergirl exists, Flash exists. It's all good. Give us that next season. I don't. Did this wishy-washy half and half? Is it not on the same Earth of Arrowverse? It needs to go away. Anyway, tell me guys your opinions on everything discussed in the video, the whole season, everything. Down in the comment section down below. That's good for this video. If you guys haven't already, hit like, hit subscribe if you're new. I will see you guys next time for the Flash season finale. And as always, stay bright. I'm gonna hate the Flash season finale so much.